Naive Bayes classifier. Sentiment analysis example. Ken wants to buy iPhone 4s. But, he don't know if it is a great phone to buy it or not. He searched the customer review for iPhone 4s on March 2015. Here is the review. He needs to know if the review containing great phone buy it word is positive or negative. You can classify the sentiment of the customer using Naive Bayes classifier. Step 1. Determine the train set and test set in your dataset. Train set, training attribute, words with corresponding class. Test set is the event in the dataset where the class is unknown. Step 2. Convert the dataset into a frequency table. Count how many times did the word appears in each class. Step 3. Compute the prior. Use the prior probability formula, where P of C is the probability of the class. NC is the total count of a particular class in the training set. N is the total count of class in the training set. Probability of positive is 0.4. Probability of negative is 0.6. Step 4. Compute the conditional probability, likelihood of each word attribute. Compute conditional probability of each word attribute in test set. Use the conditional probability formula with Laplace smoothing to avoid zero frequency. Where P of W given C is the conditional probability, likelihood. Where W is the word attribute and C is the class. Count W, C, is the total count of word attribute occurs in C class. See frequency table. +1 is Laplace smoothing. Count C is the total count of word attribute in a particular class occurs in the training set. V is the vocabulary, the total count of different word attribute in the training set. Step 5. Compute the posterior probability. Use the Bayes theorem that uses maximum a posteriori, the one that maximizes the prior probability of the class. Multiply for every feature of the probability given class. Where P of x1 to xn is multiply the conditional probability, likelihood for every word attribute of the test set. P of C, prior probability of the class. Posterior probability of positive is 0.00003. And for negative is 0.00002. Step 6. Determine the class of the test set. Determine which of the probability of class in the posterior probability is the highest, and that will be the class of the test set. Probability of positive is higher than the probability of negative. Therefore, the class of the test set is positive. Now, Ken decided to buy iPhone 4s.